Hi, folks. My name is Greg Turner, the Radiology Coach. My job is to demystify the enigmatic world of X-rays. In the radiology industry, it is good faith practice to assure employees that they are safe from unnecessary X-rays. This is achieved in a number of ways. Through use of aprons, stationary X-ray units, patient immobilizers, distance, and walls or shields, we can significantly minimize exposure levels. But when an X-ray operator is behind a lead wall and initiating exposure, is it possible for the X-ray photons to reach the staff member? Well, delicately put, the short answer is yes. The long answer is a little more encouraging. It is important to understand that the scatter radiation is not so much dangerous next to the X-ray camera as it is next to the patient, meaning you are much more susceptible to X-ray exposure standing near the patient than you are the X-ray camera. The camera has inherent lead shielding and shutters that focus the photons in a specific direction. But when the X-rays strike the target or patient, then the X-rays are scattered in different directions. This being said, X-ray rooms are specifically designed to minimize the exposure levels to the operator. The rooms are usually designed so that the X-ray receptor, or imaging plate, is at least 6 feet, if not more, from the X-ray console, which resides behind a lead wall. 6 feet is the minimum standard of distance to avoid any significant exposure. This places the X-ray console well out of exposure range. Secondly, if there is an upright bucky where the chest X-rays are performed, the X-ray tube will point away from the operator console, emitting radiation in the opposite direction. Third, X-rays do diffract, or bounce off surfaces. This, in theory, causes the room to light up with photons that are acting like a pinball against each surface. This all occurs in a split second. Engineers take this under consideration when designing these special rooms. They place the camera tube and cassette tray in such a configuration that the X-rays must strike at least 3 surfaces before escaping into the console area. The thing to remember is that X-rays not only dissipate when they strike a target, but they weaken with every inch of air that they pass through. The photons are interacting with every atom in their path. So, with the combination of distance and walls to deflect the X-rays, they are virtually weakened to such a point that if they actually do reach the console area, they no longer wield energy high enough to inflict any harm on a person. Their wavelength is compromised, and they can barely scratch the surface of objects that they reach. In many X-ray console areas, dose monitors are used to determine if radiation has found its way to the operator space. Organizations will testify that the readings are virtually undetectable and that their employees are well insulated. That concludes this episode of Can X-rays Reach Behind the Operator Console? If you like this presentation, please select the subscribe button below this video. You can also tap the bell next to it so that we'll notify you when other great videos have posted. My name is Greg Turner, and I'm the Radiology Coach. And remember, mark my word and mark your films.